Good afternoon and welcome back to the kitchen. Somebody out there in France once said, let them eat cake. But on this channel, we don't let them eat cake, we make cake. Don't we, Ratatouille? Yes, we do. And with that, it's time to say goodbye to Ratatouille for the minute, because in this kitchen, there is no animals, because it's reserved for paying guests. Come along now, mate. You've got to think health and hygiene, haven't you? So you may wonder, what cake am I making today? Now, yeah, you may think I've jumped on the bandwagon, but I haven't. I am the wagon, not the band. I am making not one, but two Christmas cakes. One of them is for us to keep, and the other one is for my father. My father loves Christmas cake, even though it is horrifically bad for him because he is pre-diabetic. However, he is 79, everything in moderation, and let him enjoy himself. It's going to be Christmas. So full disclosure, this is my own recipe. I took a recipe a few years ago and I've adapted it over the years and I've made it mine, and it's actually been quite fun doing it. You can also do the same thing at home. Find a recipe you like, chop it, change it, adapt it. That's what recipes are for. Cooking's about having fun and not necessarily always sticking to the rules. I have all of my ingredients laid out on the table in front of me and I am about to show you them. However, don't look at them and go, oh my God, that's so much, and feel like overwhelmed. It's not really, because as I say, I am making two cakes. By the time this vlog goes out, I will already have put the recipe for you on our website under the blog section. So if you want to have a go at this, feel free, take the recipe, have fun with it, make it yours. All of the fruits that I've managed to find for our Christmas cake, fruit cake, have come from our local market supplier who is in Sant. This is a list of where you can find this supplier. They are called Prune Olive. We have some raisins. We also have some sultanas, which I believe if you're in America, these are called golden raisins. We have some candied ginger. We have some candied orange peel. We have some glace cherries. We have some cassis. And over here, we have some cranberries. So those are all of our dried fruits. Then up here we have lemon, orange, flaked almonds. We have almond powder, butter, eggs, cinnamon, 4-spice or 5-spice. We have some vanilla extract, some brown sugar, and some flour. And over here, this is an important one, cognac. We are in France, so I am using cognac. And this isn't just any cognac. This cognac is manufactured under an hour away from where we live. It's also VSOP, very superior old pale. Buy local, support local, and Mr. Butcher, I am hiding this from you. You're not getting your hands on this. This is for cake. What's the first rule of being in the kitchen before you start cooking? If you've been watching this channel long enough, you know it by now. Wash your hands. Now my hands are clean, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bowl and some weighing scales, and I'm going to weigh out 1 kilo of fruit into the bowl. If I have things like my orange peel and my ginger, these aren't very finely cut, so I'm just going to give them a little bit of a dice up, because that's going to be a horrible big nasty mouthful if you bite into a cake with that. Two bowls, 1 kilo of fruit in each. Both are going into a pan. Into each pan, you want the zest and the juice of 1 lemon and 1 orange. time from the Denby shop, the outlet shop in Swindon, came this plastic juicer. Let's use it. Clean as you go, don't leave a mess for others, it's not fair. Next up, into each of the pans, I am popping 200 grams of soft brown sugar. 1, 2. Oh, good afternoon. Okay, so next up into each of them is 150 millilitres of brandy. And what do they say? Whiskey makes you frisky, brandy makes you randy. My husband has never had a problem with brandy. That could be what some people's problems are. Maybe switch out whiskey for brandy. These packs of butter are 250 grams each. I'm just going to cube them up and pop them into each pan. As you will see, I have not soaked my fruit. Sometimes you don't need to leave things in to soak. The only thing that I leave to soak is normally the dishes. Anyway, this is the no soak method, and let's get these on the stove. In front of me, I have 2 cake tins. One is 20 centimetres, the other one is about 28 centimetres. I have just given these a brush over with the butter packets. Talking of pans, these pans are not special nor sentimental to me in any way. However, you will notice I am wearing something very special. I am wearing a poppy. Whilst I was in England, I picked up my poppy outside of a supermarket. I put £10 in the charity donation pot to go towards the Royal British Legion. By the time this video goes out, yesterday was Sunday, it was Remembrance Sunday, and tomorrow, Tuesday, is the 11th. If you can afford it, or if you've got some spare change lying around the house, or if you've got money that's burning a hole in your pocket, please consider giving a donation to some sort of charity that helps servicemen and women, whether current or ex-servicemen and women, and their families. Help them out. These guys have done service, they've supported you and your country, they've put the hard work in, and they actually deserve it. Also, have a think about looking online and seeing whether it is a registered charity, rather than lining the pockets of people who really don't need it. Anyway, back to these tins. What I am going to do, I am going to double line them with parchment paper. And there we go, that is nicely double lined. Back to the main event, and we have the fruit. Now what I have done is I brought these pans both up to a boil. I have been stirring them, they have been simmering for about 20 minutes on a fairly lowish heat. However, it's now time to turn them off. As you'll see, all of the fruit has plumped up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave these for half an hour to cool down, and I am preheating my fan assisted oven to 130 degrees. I'm going to take this apron off and I'm going to take the kids out for a walk and make a cup of tea. Pulling isn't going to get us anywhere quicker. Back from the dog walk and a fresh cup of tea. The fruit in the pan has cooled down. And that's right, it's time to wash your hands. Take 2 bowls and decant your mixture into them. Next up, we're going to weigh out our other ingredients. Please ignore the clock behind me, it's set to the wrong time. It's an hour fast. We haven't changed the clocks in this side of the house there's no point because we won't be open until next year when the clocks will have gone back, forward, anyway. So, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm weighing it out into bowls and then I'm going to put it into the mixture. You can put it straight into the mixture and just mix it. We're kicking things off with 175 grams of plain flour. If you are in France and want to know what plain flour is, it is T45. Spot on. Here we go. 100 grams of flaked almonds. 800 grams of ground almonds. Bang on. 2 teaspoons of mixed spice. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, look at me, I can count. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, or in France, cannelle. 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Now, I forgot this at the start, my bad. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. And that's just going to help it rise. And to finish, 4 large eggs. Now, I've had to buy eggs. I've bought bio eggs. Unfortunately, our girls are off late at the moment, but I'm sure they'll come back on. More eggs, wash your hands. Bowls of fruit ready. Look at that. Oh, the smell. So, a lot of you, if you bake at home, you will notice that I've not sieved the flour. I don't think in this case there's any need to. I'm going to put this bowl of eggy mixture into here and I'm going to stir it, and I'm going to stir it by hand because we want strong wrists. Also, I want to be able to see that I have mixed in all of the flour and there's no pockets of flour in there, and I'd rather do that by hand. So here goes. Now, as you are stirring away, apparently you are meant to make a wish. I've got 2 cakes. You know, there's only so many wishes one person can have. You will also notice I am doing this with a spatula and not a mixing spoon, because that's what I want to do. I've now mixed this by hand and I can see that there are no pockets of flour in there, and that's what you want. There's one. On to the next. Ooh, it's a workout. And there we are, mixture number 2, wish done, la 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 la. I have my 2 double-lined cake tins. Double bagging never hurt anyone. You may notice as well that my double-lined cake tins, the edges aren't straight. This is fine. It's a Christmas cake, it's got character, it's going to be iced, it's not the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. So, let's put one of these mixtures into this tin. This is the most heaviest cake mixture on earth. You could probably tarmac roads with this. And I'm just going to flatten out the top of this mixture using this spatula, just so it's a bit even. And it's round all of the edges. Oh, that's heavy. And 2. This one is the bigger cake tin of the 2. So Father, I'm guessing you'll probably want this one, but Mother will want you to have the smaller one. So there we go. There we are. They are level, they are full, they are patted down, and they are ready to go in the oven. Now, I've got one oven in here, and I've got one oven in our side of the house kitchen. I'm going to use both ovens because you want to try and get them in the middle of the oven, in the centre shelf. You don't want it too high, you don't want it too low. Here goes. Just to give you an idea, here is what the top looks like. And there we go, she's going in. I'm hard at work and you're stuffing your face full of English crisps and English beer.
Why not?
And oven number 2, set to 130 degrees again. Here we go. I'm going to cook those cakes for about 2 hours. I am setting a timer for an hour. I'm going to come back and just check them. Then I'm going to set it again for an hour, come back again and check them, and we'll see how it goes. You may be wondering why I haven't put a circular layer of greaseproof paper on top. That is known as a cartouche, and you don't really need one for this recipe, so I've not used one. If you don't need it, don't bother with it. Keep it simple, says she, cooking 2 cakes at once. Anyway, time to go and prep Mr. Butcher's dinner. Whilst my Christmas cakes are cooking away, what's for dinner? Today, I did go to our local German supermarket to get some eggs, and I was browsing the aisles, as you do. And I found this beef roasting joint on offer for €7.86. And I thought, you know what? We can have that for dinner, and we can have it tomorrow for lunch. And it may not be from the market, but sometimes it's about balance and not just standing on one foot when you've had a cup of tea. However, with both ovens being in use, the fan assisted ones, I'm going to have to make this in the other house using a non-fan oven. So yeah, it's going to be fun walking backwards and forwards. The cake has been in for an hour, it's looking good. Oh, that stretch fan is loud. So it's been 2 hours and it's time to prick test the cake. Yes, I said prick. The smell is so festive. I wonder whether that's going to be the next word of the year. So, in with the stick, out with the stick. Comes out clean. Stop wobbling. In with the stick, out with the stick. Well, I'd say that that's coming out clean as a whistle. And cake number 2 from the other kitchen. Oh, that's moist. But it's not sticking. Oi! Out! Out of the kitchen. Come on. You're not allowed in here. Well done. Good boy. They do look dark on top, but these are dark fruit cakes. It's funny that, isn't it? Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop the springform edges on the pan, but I'm going to leave them in there. I do have my cake tins lined and ready for them to go in. I'm going to leave them. I'm going to walk away for a while. My beef's cooking. In the bottom we have honey and mustard roast heritage carrots, which are from the market. We have our beef in the middle, and we've got our roast potatoes on the top. The beef is coming out, and that's going through into the other kitchen to rest. I'm now at the point where I'm taking them out of the tins, and it's great because you keep it on the paper, and then you can just move the paper. Ta-da! And again with this one, sorry, not got my oven gloves. So the cake pan is open. You hold onto the paper, and you get hold of the paper, and you're just gonna lift. Ta-da! And just peel the edges away from the cake. They are on a cooling rack now, so they will cool quicker. You can't eat them yet.
It's a lovely pair.
It's a lovely pair, isn't it, dear?
All joking aside, the smell is fantastic from those cakes. Can't wait for Christmas. It's a long time.
It'll go quick. I've had to take my jumper off. It's getting too hot in the kitchens. Anyway, a little tip, if you're having roast beef in France and you're looking for horseradish sauce, get some of this. Saturday night is roast beef, horseradish, heritage carrots with honey and mustard, roast potatoes, sprouts and Yorkshire puddings. And of course, gravy. And over here the kids have got their own little roast beef dinners. They can't have the honey mustard carrots because mustard is toxic to them. You know exactly what's going on, don't you? You're not stupid. And you also know what's going on, don't you? Yeah? Dinner is served. Bon apple tea. Good morning. It's Remembrance Sunday and it's time in a minute to go and look at the Christmas cakes. I did notice something yesterday, but I kind of brushed it off. I'm really sorry, my eye and the bridge of my nose looks funny. The other evening, whilst I was cooking, I bashed my head off this beam on our cooker hood at our side of the house. Now, I'm sure that our viewers in Canada, America, New Zealand probably actually heard when the incident happened because I screamed quite loudly and I developed a sudden bout of Tourette's. I have a massive bump on my head and my eye is swollen and I've also had this big spot come out on the bridge of my nose. I am a little bit self-conscious about it, but KFG, keep flipping going. Anyway, enough of this me malarkey. Let's come and have a look at our fruit cakes, Christmas cakes, whatever you want to call them. So these have been sat out overnight and they are thoroughly cold now. I left them in here because there's no chance of anything getting to them like flies or, yeah, anything horrible. What's the first thing we're going to do? Wash our hands. So, as I said last night, the tins are lined. They're lined with grease-proof baking paper, parchment paper, whatever you want to call it. Okay, cake number 1. Come on, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bad boy. You can go in your new pile. Let's see if this fits. Perfect, I believe is the term. So they are now in the tins. There is a gap around the edges because you want these to still have a little bit of area to breathe, if that makes sense. Whilst they're in the tins, I'm going to prick them. Now these aren't pin cushions, these are cakes. And we're not just going to tickle it, we're going to give it a deep prick. So I think you are getting the gist of less is more. And as I say, just go a bit deep, go deeper than a cocktail stick. You want the whole thing to act like a sponge. And there we are, cake number 2. It's got holes in it, but it doesn't look like it's got excessive woodworm. Next up, we're going to give these two their first feeding. You will need your choice of poison and you will need a tablespoon. Lid off. Oh, love that noise. And a bit. Now to cover these, I've got some more sheets of parchment paper and I'm just going to lightly cover the top. I'm going to roll these bits in. I'm just going to pop the lids on my cake tins. Done. And I've popped these in the cupboard, somewhere dark, somewhere dry, and every Sunday I will pull them out and I'll have a little feed of the good stuff. And then a week before Christmas, I'll stop feeding them, I'll decorate them. You put a layer of marzipan and then a layer of white icing on top traditionally, and you decorate them. So it's now time for me to go and start editing. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you would like to see more cooking videos, demo videos, chuck a link in the comments below. That would be really nice. Say what you'd maybe like to see. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you want to find this recipe, it will be on our website under the blog section.